Epilogue. Nestled in the darkness and crazy quilt mash of glass, metal, plastic, and disposed flesh, Kotlo girded himself for the shockwave. But there was nothing. No jolt, no heat, no tugging at his body as the waste unit hurtled through the void, long freed of the station's orbit and the implosion's vortex. Kotlo's head was leaking, crimson droplets wavering from his ragged hair, tainted by the rich violet of the stimulants that still kept him awake. His shoulder was pulped, but there was no pain. The pain throbbed in his temples, from the spastic rustling of the new queen in his belly, and the grinding of Richard's shoes against his head wound. Even in death, the man was an abusive nuisance. Kotlo knew he was dying, slowly, willingly. He welcomed oblivion. He was chosen, and would die knowing he'd fulfilled his purpose to the Almighty Mother. Perfection. It was perfection, but he'd never planned it this way. The waste disposal pod was sealed and shielded. Another womb, an extension of his own. The wriggling at his chest briefly wrenched him back to the pull of meat, pain, and mortality. The human infant struggled under his shirt, locked in Kotlo's embrace. The final gulps of air were gone, its screams finally stilled. The baby would die, denying the queen's hive its first virgin host. But there would be others, as long as she survived. She was the mistress almighty of survival. He was dying, but she would feed on him, on the infant's tender veal, on Richard's and the edible wastes. It wasn't their usual way, but if it were the only means left to her. Protect and proliferate. He had done the best he could, under the circumstances. When she was ready, when the time and place was right, she would find a way out. The hive would be born anew. Of that he was sure, for she was the face and jaws of God, and God was almighty. The Queen is dead. Long live the Queen.